So hello guys, as you know that I've been doing a lot of gameplay videos on the Alienware 13. A lot of people were requesting me to do an in-depth review of the system. So now for about 1 month I've been using the system. I'm pretty satisfied with it, and I thought that I would do a complete in-depth review showing you what the system actually is, what sort of ports we have, how much power the system has, what are the lighting zones, etc, etc. So we basically start with the system. As you can see, it's very well built and it's very thin and very light. On the top you have the brushed aluminium finish, and on the bottom if we go, you see the usual cooling grills, etc, and the fans and all. And then you have the Klipsch branding for the speakers here. Then apart from this, when you move to the right hand side of the laptop, you have the usual ports. You have the speaker grill here, then you have the two super speed USB 3 ports, then you have a regular Ethernet port, and on the back of the laptop, you have the usual speaker, not speaker, sorry. These are the cooling grills for the fans, as you can see here. Then you have an HDMI port. Then you have a Firewire port and the proprietary Alienware graphics amplifier connector here. On the left hand side of the laptop, you have the place where you can plug in your power cord. Then you have the USB port, another USB 3 port. Then you have a combined headset port, and then a microphone port. Now when you open the laptop, you have a general Alienware size keyboard, and as you can see, I have upgraded my laptop to HyperX Kingston RAM, which is 16 gigs. Then I also have the Samsung 840 EVO. Apart from this, I have the i5 version of the laptop. Now what we'll do is we'll just power on the system and then start going into the details. Okay, I'll start with the BIOS. So in the BIOS, when you go to advanced, you see these options for performance as well as Alienware graphics amplifier. Now when you go to this, you will see that there is a feature known as overclocking, as well as Intel Graphics Turbo mode, and then you have a memory override support. So what this does is that it overclocks your processor as well as your RAM as soon as you plug in the Alienware graphics amplifier. Now we'll just go ahead and skip this part and jump into the main system, how it looks, how it feels. It's just taking a few seconds because I booted into the BIOS. Okay, so this is the system, how we have it. Just give me a second. Okay, I apologize for the slight delay. I was just killing the light so that I could show you the AlienFX lighting system. I'll just put in my password. Okay, so now we are booted into the main desktop. As you can see, I have a lot of games on the system. Now I will start with the review of little things. First of all is the Alienware FX lighting system. As you can see, the whole of the keyboard is lighted along with the whole of the keyboard is lighted along with the Alienware logo that you have here. But apart from this, we have minimum lighting elsewhere on the system, nothing on the sides, of course. And then there is something on the back. This, oops, sorry. Okay, so here you see the Alienware head and then the two long lights like this. Okay, coming back to the system again. Now one thing that you'll notice is there is a difference in the lighting of these zones here because I've put it in dim mode so that I can save my battery, and as soon as I plug in this power here, you see that the keyboard lights up more. Now I would do a review of the sound on this thing by opening just a small song, and you would see that the sound on this thing is really nice, and I don't know why some people complain about things like they don't have bass or anything. Yes, the bass is lacking a bit, but then I think it's fine.
Yeah, you say you're just a friend. Hey, baby, you've been on my mind. I need you for a long time. But I've been thinking, baby, that you should know. Yeah. Hey, baby, can we compromise? I really want.
So the music really feels nice on this system. I'm just playing another song to show you how the sound is. This is a more slower song.
Don't the water grow the trees? Don't the moon pull the tide? Don't the stars light the sky? Like you need to light my life. If you need me anytime, you know I'm always right by your side. And see, I never felt this love. You're the only thing that's on my mind. You don't understand how much you really mean to me. I need you in my life, you're mine.
So that was the Alienware 13 sound test, and you would see that the sound on the system is really nice thanks to the Zi-Fi sound blaster that we have here from Creative Studios. I don't know whether you can see it clearly or not. This is the complete panel where you can change the settings, you can put it as you want. And for me, I currently have it set to surround sound as well as a lot of bass, as you can see here. Now let's skip this and come to the Alienware Command Center. I'll just pull that up for you. Now what we have here is the Command Center 4, and as you see that I'm opening stuff a lot here and the system is really very fast. So this is the first lighting zone that you see behind the laptop, and then you have 4 lighting zones for the keyboard that you can change accordingly as you want. So I'll just do some quick changes and show you how this works. I'm sorry, I have a little bit of code. So yes, this is the lighting system, and apart from this, we have the Alien Fusion and also the Alien Adrenaline. Now, when you come to Alien Fusion, it's basically nothing apart from having little changes in the system power, etc., and then where you require some password, etc., etc. So it's not much of a use there. But the most important thing is the Alien Adrenaline here, because you can set in your game modes, as in you can create different power plans for your games, etc., etc. And then apart from this, you also have what is known as performance monitoring. And in this, you have a real-time performance monitoring where you can see how much the CPU this game is using and how much GPU the game is using. Apart from that, you can also see how much RAM the game is using. Then you also have the options for the Alienware graphics amplifier. So when you plug in the amplifier, you basically see different options here that the amplifier is on, it's off, what else, blah, blah, blah that you want to do. And my amplifier is coming in a week or so. So I'll be doing reviews of that and I'll be testing out different games with that too. So this is the Alienware lighting system. And apart from that, as far as the battery life goes, I've been really having very good battery life on the system. I easily cross 5+ hours, and then gaming has been perfectly fine on the system. I get a lot of huge frame rates, and a 900p is perfectly fine with me. Then the system is really snappy. As you can see, it opens up things very fast, and I can do a lot of multitasking if I just put in an SSD in place of the normal 5400 RPM hard drive that the system has. So basically, that hard drive is limiting the i5 on this thing. Otherwise, what I say is that the system is perfectly fine. It's very fast, the sound is great, and it's perfectly thin and light. I can easily pick it up with one hand as opposed to the Alienware 15 and the Alienware 17, which are really bulky. And the biggest advantage that I think this system has over the Alienware 15 or the Alienware 17 is that it's very light, first thing. Then if you have noticed, the new Alienware 15 and the 17 both lack an optical drive. Now that's very strange. They are 15-inch and 17-inch systems. They should practically have an optical drive in them, and being that they're so bulky and they're so weighty. And then another big disadvantage of 15 and 17 that I see for now is that the lack of upgradability. The GPU and the CPU, like the Alienware 13, of course, they're soldered onto the motherboard, and this is not really a good thing because the 15 and the 17 or the 18 also are very well known for their upgrades. So anyone who wants to buy the system can go for the 13, and I hope this sort of a mini review helps, because I try to show a lot of things in a very short time. So thank you, and I hope you like the video. If you want in-depth reviews of anything else, then please feel to comment under this video, and I would do that for you. Thank you so much.